Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randall Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts. I haven't done anything awesome yet. Yes.
I figured something out.
Cool. That's awesome.
The reason why this doesn't work.
Oh, why is that?
Because now that we're hardwiring the internet in to the computer, in order for that Chromecast to work, it has to be connected to the same Wi-Fi that whatever you're trying to cast from.
Ooh.
So since we turned the Wi-Fi off on the computer,
Makes sense.
it just came to me when I was in the shower.
Where I do my best thinking, sons. In the shower. All right, so I was just telling them, hell, I'm just prepping them to get prepared. As we as Americans have just come to accept our own demise, goddamn. We're just watching ourselves eat ourselves. I'm almost convinced we're already dead. Simulation.
This is the Matrix.
What in the fuck is going on in this world? All right, we're going to start right here, sons. Boom, I'm going to lay it right out. What are we doing? Dr. Seuss, really? We got 6 of his books in the shit can, sons. America.
Yeah, I don't know the details on that. I know that I saw the stuff about everybody coming from Mr. Potato Head or whatever, which I thought was insane. But
yeah, I mean, it's not the principle, because who gives a shit what gender your potato is and shit?
No.
Like, it's not but it's the whole, like, there's literally people, right, in this country that are just sitting in the grass, butt naked, waiting to jump on something. What's the next thing? They're butt ass naked with their hands on their genitals, and they're waiting to jump on something. Now listen, Dr. Seuss, remember these? When did he start writing books? In the 30s?
Yeah, something like that. It was,
and we just can't accept that shit was different then. That doesn't mean it's good. It was different.
it's all nonsensical for the most part, except for I mean, there's like underlying like messages in a lot of them, but I mean, it's like, I don't know which ones that were canceled.
They're going over some of them, like a couple of them have some illustrations that are
They're not
of the times.
okay.
Like there's a couple that portray a man that's Asian and he's eating with chopsticks. So that's off limits.
Oh, are you
that's crazy.
serious? Because that's
He's eating with chopsticks, and that is appropriating.
accurate. Okay.
I eat with chopsticks.
But
I love
right.
chopsticks. But
Not
geez,
all Asian
Louise.
people eat with chopsticks, but not.
Still, though, bro, that's ridiculous. You know, there's bigger
If they
shit to
show
fry.
like a white person eating a hamburger, like that doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but look at the Whiskey Giant. The Whiskey Giant chimed in already, said they're a bunch of sensitive bitches.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's going
And for the
to-
most part, Dr. Seuss's like illustrations, they're not even real things. They're not even
Well, the ones that are canceled are the few that have real people
like
in
the
them.
ones that are somewhat real people.
Well, yeah, or that they depict a human in some form in the chaos of his other illustrations
Yeah.
amongst craziness.
I love Dr. Seuss.
Listen, damn it. So, I mean, you're basically just saying that everybody that grew up in the Dr. Seuss, we were raised wrong, sons. We're raised wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're fucked. We're xenophobic, homophobic, racist. Because we learned to read with I learned to read by that motherfucker. I can remember. That's how you learn
Yeah.
to read.
Oh, when Horton Hears a Who was my, I think like the first book I was able to read.
Listen, I'm not gonna I don't look into shit that deep, sons. I don't have the mental capacity or the time to decipher every little thing and find out what is now appropriate and what's not. Uncle
Yeah.
Randy's not built for this new world, sons. I'm already dead. I'm just a computer simulation. That's all I can think of. Mm-hmm. Because in 10 years, sons, we don't exist anymore as we know it. At the rate we're going, we're canceling shit all the way down to Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
We're fucked, sons. We're fucked. Which, cool. Hey, fuck it, man. I just want to jump on board at this point and cancel everything. To that point, Why do we still call it the White House, sons? That's fucking racist.
I'm waiting for
Why
that
is it the White House? It shouldn't be the White House.
It should be...
I don't like it.
The gender neutral,
yes, it
color
should be the
neutral.
no color house.
Just the government house, the president house. Oi.
Dr. Muddington, please be sensitive to me while I hug these trees. Listen, Dr. Muddington, I want to hug you, sons. We're not going to have a world to hug in soon. You know why? Because it's reverse McCarthyism, sons. Bill Maher nailed it. Uncle Randy agrees. I don't agree with much that Bill Maher says, but he's absolutely right. We have taken a time machine back to 1950, but flipped the script in reverse. In the 50s, we were seeking out non-existent commies and arresting them and blacklisting them for bullshit that was unjustifiable. Most of them were not communists.
Yeah.
Now we went back, and hell, we got communists looking for Americans and blacklisting them. Just decent people that don't have time to keep up with this running list of rules. We have a running list of rules, sons. You fuck it, you're fucked. Put that in your dick hole and fuck it, sons.
There's too many rules.
We're fucked. There's too many rules. You can't have this many to keep a standard society. It's horseshit.
Even the people that are saying we have to have all these rules can't remember all the rules all the time.
And then they break the rules.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, I should have been cooler. No problem. No repercussions for me, though. No. You're fired, but I'm not. You're fired from your job.
Did you talk about
monster.
Crystalia yet?
No. We haven't got to anything yet. I'm ranting over here. I'm on a hot one, sons. I'm on fire. I'm pissed off. We're losing our country.
Muddy said he's offended by your use of the word blacklist.
You're right, sons. And I can't keep up with the rules. We need to make laminated sheets for everyone to be endless that you have to keep in your pocket. It's coming with our COVID vaccine license we're going to have to show soon. Might as well just flip the damn wallet out and have a scroll with your COVID vaccination proof, your damn use of pronouns and everything. It's unreal, sons.
Oh, my goodness.
Let me tell you, though, here's the fucking deal, all right? We got a couple of states of champions. We got Mississippi coming out tomorrow, dropping all mask mandates and opening up 100% tomorrow.
Well, that's Mississippi.
Texas on March 10th.
I know. I'm surprised that Mississippi's first. Honestly, I thought Texas would be first because they're the ones that are always like, fuck all y'all.
Listen, what you agree with or not, what's your politics, this is not political to me. This is just strictly, those states don't want mutiny. People have been just beat into the fucking ground now for a year. A solid year, their life has been changed. That's 1 year of your life. How much of that, everything that everyone has given up? What if you lose someone in your life unexpectedly? That whole year with them, gone. People act like, oh, it's just a year. But that's a lot of time. That's a lot of life. That's a lot of memories. That's a lot of visits. That's a lot of this that you, me, and everyone else got robbed of, sons. Mm-hmm. Robbed. People have to pay, sons. They have to pay.
Yeah, and there was a good chunk of time in 2020 that we didn't get to see my parents, and that's, when my mom was still around, and we went so long between seeing my mom at the beginning of quarantine that she was so different in her dementia, like from the beginning of quarantine to when we were able to see her.
Mm-hmm. Look at that comment from Patrick, Dr. Muddington. He's absolutely true. My COVID license identifies as her. He'll see you in the ladies' room.
See you there, Muddy. We're going to have to install urinals in the ladies' rooms. There's going to be...
Now, Hillman's got a good point, but Chet and Uncle Randy have already discussed this at length. Texas has given Austin to their liberal base. They've said, here, this is your little glory hole, sons. Mm-hmm. You can fuck it all day long, this glory hole. Don't come in our glory holes, though. Literally, no coming in our glory holes, no messing with them.
I don't know if I'm not following your analogy.
Austin is the place where the liberals play in Texas.
And that's where the capital is.
And that's their only
capital
outside of Austin. Gun-toting in public.
Okay.
Crazy, normal Texans. Crazy and normal.
Okay, so you could say the same about Georgia.
Yes, but Austin is their little liberal place. Right. It's a very liberal town.
Atlanta.
Absolute. We are a blue state. We're not a
We're
not a conservative state
Now
here in
we
Georgia. We're California, son. We live in Cali here in Georgia. Cali, sons.
I always liked Austin when I was.
It's a super cool city.
Yeah, but I get
Liberal
it.
shit.
Yeah.
We're used to that. Look where we live in Cali. Georgia's about to become Cali.
East Coast Cali.
That's why Uncle Randy's going to get elected governor, sons. That's not. Look, we can't even kick off really campaigning as I've gotten further into it until next year. It's ridiculous. I just announced my candidacy so far in advance, I fucked myself. Mm-hmm. But listen, if we haven't succeeded from the union by then, Uncle Randy's running for governor. Hell, I might just run for president of the United States of fuck when we succeed from the union.
United States of fuck. Yeah.
Drives me insane. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we got a new Hall of Famer.
We do.
Right here, this man right here.
We announced
this handsome devil.
The very end of the last episode, we came to the conclusion that champion Val Kilmer was going to be in the Hall of Fame because of a good, awesome thing that he did.
Just being a champion.
Being a amazing stand-up human.
He's helped a lot of people,
That's
selflessly.
Yes. Hey, and I actually have some information that I looked up because you said you deemed him Val Kilmer. Because I said, why is he Val Kilmer? And you said the Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
It's not Val Kilmer that's in the Lawnmower Man. But I looked it up. The guy kind of resembles Val Kilmer from back then.
Yeah, there's some reason I tie those two.
Yeah, hang on. I wrote it down. And his name's he's like a nobody gives a fuck guy. His name's Jeff Fahey, but the picture kind of looks like on the cover art of like Lawnmower Man does resemble Val Kilmer. And he's in like a bunch of TV shows. He's like one of those people that like when you see him, you're like, oh, that guy. But you never know his name. Mm-hmm. He's in like a bunch of TV shows. He was in NCIS New Orleans. One episode. Don't know who. Yeah. But he was also in a 1994 Wyatt Earp movie. So I'm like, maybe that's like...
the Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something. But he's also very heavily into lawnmowers, working equipment. Making his grass the greatest grass in the Southeast. So
I know.
It all goes.
But Val Kilmer is the...
Oh, absolutely. There's a reason that I associated him, so that's...
Right. No, I get why you were trying to name him after Lawnmower Man, but like I thought maybe you just had some wires crossed as to who that Lawnmower Man actually was.
Well, that's good to know because I would have never looked into it, and people have probably been wondering why Val Kilmer. So he's our newest Hall of Famer, justifiably. Welcome to the club there. We got the GOAT. We got the Terminator.
Yeah, your head's blocking it.
Mrs.
Anybody
Stallone.
on... Yeah, there you go.
GOAT, Terminator, Mrs. Stallone, very happy. And Kilmer, post-bar fight. He won, though. Yeah. He won. He doesn't lose. Not Kilmer. All right, so we talked about them dropping the mask. What do you think? Do you think it's too early? Do you like it? I want to know your thoughts straight up. Fuck it. Give your real answer, sons.
Just fuck it. Yes. Get rid of the fucking mask.
The mandate, right? Like if you want to wear them, you can wear them.
The mandate. Yeah, because people are still going to wear them. In businesses, so like the statewide mandate is dropped. What about businesses? So basically
still
nothing.
Up to them. A business could say whatever they want.
Right. So basically nothing changes.
Except for the ones that were getting shut down by like health departments can no longer be shut down. They can actually go 100% occupancy in restaurants. And shit.
Okay. Because like to me here, like we don't have a statewide mandate, do we?
Yeah, on occupancy and stuff under the executive order. You don't have to wear a mask everywhere, but there are mask mandates in certain buildings. It's up the discretion of the business owners, and then the occupancy on restaurants are still, we're not 100%. So here's the deal. Guess what, Texas, Mississippi? People that wait tables, which are a very contributing portion of our society, a very important job, but they can now make 100% of their tips for the first time in a year.
God, yes.
They can actually make money and a living wage, and they deserve that, sons. So you can all suck your own little dicks. Hey, whatever we all want as people, they deserve to have 100% occupancy. If those people are willing to come in and take that risk, they should be able to fill their fucking restaurants and finally make a decent living. The ones that have survived, that we haven't already shit canned, sons.
Right. The ones that already haven't fucking gone belly up because, I mean, I don't know. What was that restaurant we went to a couple weekends? Valentine's Day weekend, that Friday, me and you and Gunnar went to the Mexican restaurant. Was that La Paria?
Yeah.
Is it La Paria or Las Palmas? I get them both confused. It was packed to the tits.
Yeah. I don't think they're enforcing that much here in Georgia, if at all, because, it was packed to the tits.
Yeah.
Which was good to see. I enjoyed it. Guess what? Didn't get the Rona. What the fuck, son?
We're still here.
Had a delicious dinner, too.
All the employees have to wear masks, and the poor little waitress, it's real soft-spoken, wearing a mask. Terrible situation for Randall, because he can't even look at her mouth like when she's talking, and I had to like translate everything.
Oh, it was terrible. I heard nothing. It was embarrassing. And I'm not even like a fully deaf person, but my hearing is so bad that I'm just like, I get it now. Mm-hmm. Like guys like your dad, when he's in a place where he can't hear, he just kind of zones away. Yeah. I get it. It makes sense. I'm like, dude, I can't hear a fucking thing. I can't even pretend. It's not even worth me looking at her because this is a waste of my time. Yeah. I can't even see the mouth move.
Right.
Fucking ridiculous, sons. Listen, Uncle Randy doesn't want the Rona, sons, but whatever. I applaud Mississippi and Texas. That's my stance. Yeah. I like it. See where this goes, sons.
No, what I like here in Georgia is that now teachers, and I don't know if it's in Georgia, is it all across the country that teachers are in the whatever eligibility?
Yeah.
They're eligible now. So now there's no reason to not have schools open.
The next phase are educators. I think even like people with disabilities. Or if they parent.
Or if they're a caregiver.
Yeah, of a disabled
caregiver
person. Which is all fine. Yes, I'm all for them.
What it means really in the big picture is that now there's no reason to really shut schools down.
Well, there still will be a reason because it's
always been the teachers that have been.
It's not it's the teachers' unions.
The staff.
It's the union. They see this as an opportunity to do what unions do. And I get that. That's just the way it works. That's the bigger problem. Most teachers that we know, and we've all have wanted to get back to school this entire time.
Yeah. Honcho says hard no for him, which is fine. And that's what, I mean, like the superintendent.
I respect that, Honcho.
The superintendent even said, like, because they're providing like vaccine events. So like next week we have 2 days of digital learning because all the teachers that want to are going to get vaccinated, which is fine. I mean, like everybody that wants to quit complaining that we're trying to kill you. Yeah. Get vaccinated and let's move on and get all the kids. I mean, and we're very lucky. Our kids been in school a lot.
Now that they've decided that the 2-shot vaccine now magically really only needs 1 shot. They were just kidding about the 2. If you just get the 1, you're cool. We were just fucking around about the 2 because now it's getting too hard to get people back to the second one. So they're backtracking miraculously. It's changed. Now it's still 100, almost fully
No, they're just,
effective.
They have a different, people still are supposed to go back for their second one, but there's the other.
But they're covering their ass for if there's a shortage or if they're behind. Because first they started by, it's not 21 days. It can go up to 42. First, it was a hard 21 days or you're fucked. Get your second one by 21 days. When we had the shortage and shit, hey, don't worry. It can really go to 43 days. Now they're like, if you don't get it, you're still probably cool. I'm like, dude, give it to us straight from the jump. They just can't do it. We can't handle it. We can't handle it. We want to cancel shit. We want Dr. Seuss out of here. Don't give us bad news. Instead, guess what they do? They limp us through a year by telling us 2 weeks at a time. Remember? 15 days to stop the spread. What are we, 1 year? On the dot almost?
Almost. On the 11th. Well, my birthday, the 13th, it was the last day that grocery stores, or one of the last days that grocery stores were.
No, your birthday was the day the world ended.
Yeah, it was Friday the 13th.
Last day of normalcy. Yeah. We went out to dinner, world fucked. Shit all over us.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm personally not going to get the vaccine don't think there's
I'm
more
not
people out
jumping.
there that.
Yeah, everyone on planet Earth can get theirs before me. Guess what? Because I'm a gentleman. Nothing to do with politics or not believing. I'm a gentleman. Everyone else on planet Earth first. All right, here's the deal. Stimulus checks. Guess what's going to happen? Boom. Uncle Randy, wifey, we get no stimulus. They've narrowed it down now. If you make over 80K, boom, no stimulus.
Oh, the thing I was reading today, if you make over 80K and you're a single person.
If you make over 160K filing jointly, which is 80 apiece, no stimulus.
I don't know.
Here's the deal, though. I want to ask this question. This is just dumbass Uncle Randy, just obviously an old redneck from South Carolina, Alabama, and Georgia, goddamn. But those of us that don't get the stimulus, are they still using our tax dollars to fund the stimulus program?
Of course they are.
Or do they get exempt from that?
No.
That's my question. Because we get no stimulus money, but are they still using our tax money to fund the 190 bazillion billion fund relief? It's a fucking nightmare. We're living ass backwards here, sons. I love it. This is great.
I don't know. I wasn't even expecting any money from the last stimulus, from the second one.
All right, so,
and it just showed up. But I guess we fully should expect nothing since.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Chris D'Elia came out and did his bitch ass apology.
Yeah.
Coming out party last week. Boom. Does that. Guess what happens? Boom. Lawsuit. Soliciting child porn. Here's the deal, though. Here's where the fuckery is, sons, and I gotta know. I gotta know what everyone thinks.
I want to know exactly, because you told me that, but I still don't know the deets.
It's the same girl. The alleged victim, she's not suing him over rape. It's soliciting child porn because her state that she lived in, the consent law is 17 or 16. But she started communicating with him over social media in 2014 when she was 17, and he quickly started demanding nudes. She says 2 months later, he invited her to his hotel room before one of his shows where they had sex. The woman claims D'Elia demanded eye contact when they had intercourse and says when she told him she was 17 and still in high school, that D'Elia responded by saying it was, quote unquote, hot.
I thought that's the same. If it's the same girl, I thought he stopped communicating with her when she said how old she was.
I don't know. I wasn't there. This is just what's coming out. The girl's going by the name Jane Doe. She's 24 now. And she's saying that D'Elia constructed a manipulative, controlling, and abusive dynamic in which he demanded Miss Doe provide him with explicit images of herself over the internet, directed her what specific sexual poses and acts she should perform for him, and psychologically punished her when she refused.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Here's why that's diabolical and awesome, and not awesome for the victim if she's a real victim, because I think that's disgusting if a man would do that. But if she's, if she is a victim, that's terrible. If she's not, though, even if she is, here's why her plan worked. She's been sitting there waiting. The second he comes out, because he thinks the shit's over, peeps his head out again, does a video, boom.
Just pokes like...
hits him right back in the tits with the lawsuit over child porn. I'm surprised he hasn't eaten his gun. Mm-hmm. I am shocked, because a man that has been 10 months in the hole after being on TV for 5 years straight, being one of the biggest comedians in the world.
Yeah, he was on top of the world.
Non-stop touring. To shut your mouth and look at yourself. Oh, crazy. Diabolical.
The timing is...
impeccable.
It was calculated, for sure. Her lawyer definitely was like, wait.
If we wait
we're
till
gonna
then,
wait.
I bet he'll settle.
All we're going to do is we're just going to sit here and wait. He's being quiet. As soon as he says one fucking word in public, bam.
Because by this point, he's done pulled out all of his hair. I bet he's telling his lawyer, make it go away. Settle it.
Yeah.
I can't do another 10 months.
Yeah.
I've already did the bullshit apology. I'm canceled. He even acknowledged being canceled. Like, he was like, oh.
Muddy said he disappeared quicker than Dane Cook. Now, did Dane Cook get canceled for like a sex thing, or what happened with him?
It was like a money embezzlement thing with like him and his brother and stealing jokes.
Shit. Oh, that's what it was. It was a stealing jokes thing, which is you're fucked in comedy if you ever get caught for that.
Yeah, you'll get whitelisted, like
you'll get
Dr. Muddington says.
Blight listed.
All right, so I want to ask you this. So we're hearing all these issues, and people are scared to talk about shit, right? And justifiably, they've got careers, they've got families. Hell, we got, like I said, there's these chicken hawks laying in the weeds, butt naked, waiting to jump on every word you say, talk to your employer, talk to your family, friends, try to ruin you, no problem. That's the world we live in now. That's how we treat thy neighbor. Listen, you can go and ruin your neighbor's life, not because they say something to you directly, but if you just don't like something they say on their own platform, you can go say, hey, not only does what they say affects me, but what they do in their spare time affects me.
Are you talking about that fucking bitch that tried to cancel us?
No, I'm talking about like a real like somebody goes to someone's employer and shit, like over what somebody does on the side and as a hobby. You can ruin their life in this country, and it's almost expected now. Like, you got to be a warrior, sons. These people, you got to cancel them. You got to find them. They are the toxicity of America. Get rid of everything. Get rid of it all. Fuck it.
We're canceled. This is canceled. This is our last show.
So we're canceling everybody. But whatever happened to like because there's rules, right? Like, if you're sitting here and you walk up and there's a woman beating another woman to death, and you just walk by and you're like, oh shit, that's none of my business. Yeah. I'm out. That woman gets bludgeoned to death. They see that you had seen that and you did nothing. You can be prosecuted, right?
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows that. If you see like a hate crime going on and you turn the other cheek, guess what, son? You're liable.
Yeah.
For some shit. And justifiably. Yeah. I get that. That's fair. But yet, if you see somebody getting canceled over some bullshit, you can't say anything because you might lose your job. So the same philosophy that applies to our system of law does not apply to the social constructs in this country anymore. Because you can lose your fucking job. It's ridiculous. Everything is backwards. Where do we live? What country is this? What world is this? We're dead. I'm not real.
I don't even know it's necessarily just our country.
It's a simulation, son. It's a simulation. There's no way it's real.
Fun fact. Did you know that canceled can be spelled with one L or two? They're both correct.
Good.
So there's
more
something.
For us. Good. What an idiot.
I don't know if that's a fun fact or not, but I know that I have battled my own brain on that.
Are you one of those?
Yeah.
The cancel culture? Let's take a shot to cancel culture, son.
Where's the shot glass?
Because I got questions.
Do I just chug out of the bottle? Oh.
Right in front of your thing.
There's so many things. Cups
so I'm going to ask you this question while you're pouring your thing. All right, so if you walk by, and I want the listeners, the people that are watching this, to chime in and tell me, what do you do? If you walk by, you're walking down your neighborhood street, son. Everything's good. You're in your little rosy community.
Did you take yours yet? Cheers.
No, cheers.
Canceled. You're canceled.
Yep, to the cancel culture. Fuck. So you're just walking down the road, goddamn, and you see somebody being racist as shit, saying some racist shit to somebody, just laying into them as racist as possible.
Okay.
Whatever race you want to put in there. Do you do anything, or do you just let that shit slide and move on? Like, fuck that. I'm out.
No.
What do people do? Everybody answer. I want y'all's answers too. Don't bullshit either. You're just walking on by, aren't you? You just minding your shit, ain't you?
No. I think, if I see somebody like literally disparaging somebody, being hateful, and for whatever reason, I'm going to butt in, whether it's to racial or sexual orientation related or, just gender related or whatever.
So you're going to speak up and be like, hey, that's fucked up.
What the
Stop.
fuck's your problem? Yeah.
Sure. Okay, great.
Piece of shit.
So you're a champion. You
Yeah.
make that clear. I respect that. But guess what? In the real world, we walk by, watch our friends get canceled or fucked with over bullshit, false accusations thrown, and guess what we do? We just keep on walking, son. We just keep on walking. Because we don't want to lose our livelihoods, and that's understandable. But it's also fucked. It's completely fucked.
We can't butt in quite as with a full head of steam as we can if somebody's being outright hateful.
Yeah, so let me put
because for example, like when somebody tried to cancel Chris Hardwick back 2 years ago, 3 years ago or whatever, I was not buying it.
No, you jumped right. You said you didn't think it was
I said,
real.
I'll hear, I'll listen, but I in my gut don't believe that this is fully accurate. And that's how I would back up we've got lots of friends not lots, but there's some people that we know that if somebody tried to cancel them, we might be like, for whatever, for certain things.
But I would still say to
I would
anyone
still stand up for
that's
him.
canceled, I would say I don't support anyone being canceled.
Okay.
Or fucking with their employment or anything. You can disagree with them. You can think that their way of thinking is complete and utter dog shit.
I guess I'm thinking of
fully.
If somebody feels they need to press criminal charges on somebody for something that they did, not necessarily because for celebrities that's being canceled, but for normal people that's also could be because you could depending on what your job is, but I'm not gonna with 100% certainty say that all of my friends aren't capable of doing something.
Are you seeing some of the champion comments there? We got Sarah Connor bringing the smoke on a dude that was beating his girlfriend.
Well, fuck yeah.
I believe that. Sarah Connor.
Fuck yeah.
Chet. I don't even have to read it. Chet probably had a rocket propelled grenade and Doo-Doo Allen in the house, winner of the Rokas. All right, so let me ask you this. So we're talking about that. So if somebody nowadays in this cancel culture, sons, I want you to be honest. Don't fuck around with Uncle Randy tonight, son, because I'm on one. I'm going to do a shot of Fireball just to this. Oh, I'm pressing it, sons. I might have the shit giggles here in a little bit. I might be doo-dooing myself.
I need you to take your sunglasses off. Can you be done with that, please?
All right, here we go, right here.
36 minutes I've dealt with you wearing your sunglasses. Can you stop?
My glaucoma's acting up. My bad eye is turning out.
You don't have glaucoma.
Weird. I do have glaucoma. In that
you
kind
of do. I don't care. You don't need sunglasses.
See, you can't even say. We're so old. You can't even say that anymore.
You don't have glaucoma.
I do have glaucoma.
You have
trauma-induced glaucoma.
I thought it was pre-glaucoma.
No, it is trauma-induced glaucoma. I'm on the pressure drops like I'm 85 years old. Hate my life with my eyes. They're shit. All right, so here, let me ask this question before I forget. I'm going to take them off just for my wife, guys. Here we go. All right, so listen. All right, so if someone comes put your best friend's name, and they label them racist, and they come at them, they come at their employer, they say that they're racist pieces of shit, they got an axe to grind. Whether they're white or black, you can put any scenario you want. Black, Asian, white, I don't care. And you know that it's not true. And the person loses their job just because the company can't have that kind of shit on them. Justify, it's a business today. This is our fucking world. And then it comes out that person made that up. They're clearly not a racist. You knew your friend wasn't a racist the whole time. This was obviously bullshit.
Yeah.
But they lose their job. They lose their livelihood. Maybe they lose their home. Comes out that person was making that shit up. They were never a racist. It was horse shit. An axe to grind or some bullshit.
That person should get criminal charges pressed on them.
Yes. Should they get prosecuted for some sort of degree of murder? I think so. Third-degree murder.
It's called defamation of character.
That's horseshit. They're going to do nothing. I think they deserve time because you guess what? You all but killed that person. You took their livelihood away.
Well, then that charge should just be elevated punishment. What you're saying.
Yes.
You can't call it murder, but you have to, because it's not.
Call it murder.
I get what you're saying, but it's not literal murder. It is, but it should be
attempted murder.
It should be taken more seriously
Attempted murder.
and addressed more seriously.
Yeah, because if we put a motherfucker in prison for 20 years for saying their neighbor is a racist and sending it to their employer, guess what? That shit stops tomorrow. Once the first person goes to jail for 20 years,
sure,
it stops tomorrow. Listen, y'all know my stance, sons.
It should. People also go to jail for 20 years for weed.
Well, that's dumb. You know my stance on that
I
too.
know,
That's
it's fucking stupid.
But if you attempt to murder somebody's ability to make a living and you're successful at it and they lose their job and it comes out that what you did was made up and not true, you should get attempted murder charges, sons.
Yeah.
That's Uncle Randy.
I'm with you.
Listen, that's life. It's got to go both ways, sons. Got to go both ways.
I'm with you. It should be some type of felony. You know how like back in the day, like sexual assault was like a traffic ticket, basically. It was like, oh, it's boys.
Sure.
It's boys being boys.
Sure.
That girl shouldn't have worn that skirt.
She brought it on herself.
Right. And finally, the fucking judicial system woke up and had some like smart judges that were like, no, this is real bad. This is not good. So now that kind of shit needs to come through the court system in front of a judge that's like, fuck this.
Yeah, but like Chet's saying, he's got a great point. Not no civil court, sons. That's horse shit. All they got to do, file bankruptcy or something, they're out of it.
No, criminal.
I know. It needs to be criminal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm talking about jail time, 100%. You are looking at 5 to 10 to 20 because you decided to take a man or woman's life in your hands, go to their employer, and ruin their ability to make money. No, it should absolutely
be a criminal charge that you are liable for, at the very least, like somehow kind of trying to stand that person's life back up. Like you can't, but they need some kind of monetary.
I want them in prison.
Yeah.
I want them a decade. I'll settle for a decade. 1 decade in prison.
All right.
Oh, come on, Chet. You're acting like we really give a shit about our Constitution anymore, son. What are you doing? Where are you living, Chet? That document's nobody cares anymore.
Oh, yeah. Same as child support. Dock their paychecks.
Hey, and that's real. I'm all about that. If people don't pay their child support, I got no love for them, sons.
I did not say reparations. I didn't say reparations.
No, restitution is what people were saying in there. No. Muddington wants reparations. Hey, sons, that's on the agenda. Biden's looking into studies on it. We're about to have some, they're going to do reparations.
Great, more taxes.
Yeah, I mean, there's scenarios. Listen.
Oh, okay.
It is a very real possibility that there will be some sort of...
As if the federal government doesn't take enough out of our checks. People, just look at it. Look at your the gross amount on your paychecks makes me want to fucking jump off the roof.
Hey, take a look at the gas
prices.
Versus
what the net amount is.
What's the gas prices looking like, sons? I don't know where you live. They going up? I know where I live. They sure are. Went up like a motherfucker, sons.
Well,
don't know what happened.
Nobody drives anywhere.
They went up since January. I don't know what happened, though.
Because now more people are starting to go places more, so they're like, we got a
Democrat president.
And we got to make up for everybody sitting at their house for a year.
Dude, gas is going to be $5 a gallon. Write that down, sons. Uncle Randy, though, and he's elected governor, is not going to let it happen here in the state of Georgia, sons. It's not going to happen.
I don't need any more fucking...
All right, so
my car
now listen,
guzzles gas.
We talk about all that shit, right? Like we're canceling shit because we don't like people losing their rights. You know what's being talked about right now? And this, listen, not politics aside, I'm talking about just the pure, what your opinion is on the moral, the ethical dilemma of this. What do y'all think, sons? They're literally discussing right now whether our Secretary of the Health Department is pro or against puberty blocking drugs for children that are sexually disoriented or have gender dysmorphia?
If they haven't hit puberty yet, they shouldn't fucking.
But here's the deal: the parents
that.
can give them an injection that will stall their puberty.
Nope.
For years, they will grow, but their sexual development will not happen, so they can decide what they're going to be.
That's part of what deciding is. Your hormones are part of what helps you decide.
I'm just telling you what's on the table. They've talked about it.
No,
this is a real thing. Those drugs exist where they can stall a child, both male and female, stop their puberty.
There are, I'm sure, medical reasons.
They do that in other countries.
There are medical reasons for those drugs to exist.
Sure.
It's a very small It's a very small percentage of humans that would need those, but there's a reason medically why those exist. However, that should be criminal. You should be your children should be taken away from you if you're trying to stall their puberty because of you think.
Or because they say at 10 years old that they want to be a girl or a boy.
Because you have put it in their head somehow.
Or whether or not, listen, I know me at 14. I'm not saying I would have chopped my wiener off or anything, but kids go through phases that are crazy and where they're willing to do like their groups and everything. And I'm not dispelling that that's not a real thing because I know it is.
You got to let them naturally go through
But I don't think you should be able to do anything permanent. You can't get a tattoo till you're 18. Mm-hmm. There's reasons you can't buy dip or cigarettes. Yeah. Can't buy booze till a certain age.
You shouldn't be able to do that till you're 18.
You can go fight war at a certain age. Can't vote till this age. So what I'm saying is, sons, that's just crazy. We are on the brink, though, of legalizing that to where every single parent can make that decision and decide that they are going to block their child's puberty from happening before that child has a rational enough brain to make that call for themselves.
That's what I'm
saying. A fully
saying.
developed enough brain.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to stall their puberty? Listen, I don't know dick from fuck, sons, but that sounds dangerous.
It is.
To me, very dangerous.
We don't know the long-term effects of that either. Like there's going to be all kind of cancers caused by that, I'm sure. And just psychologically, no. That's just fucking, you have to the hormones are part of what maturing and all of it has a hand in the decision making, all of it.
Our hormones are everything. That's why when women go through menopause, they give them another synthetic version. Because if you just stop, women would eat our faces. If they just stopped, we'd be dead.
Muddy said Crystalia wants to stall puberty.
Crystalia is stalling puberty, son. So guess what? He said that's hot. Oh, Delia's so fucked, buddy. God.
If she has it in writing, like if she has it, proof of it, you're butchering his last name too, by the way, Muddy, which is fine. No, that's awful, and that should not be allowed ever.
So Muddy, should they be able to stall their kids' puberty? Muddy, should your parents have been allowed to give you a puberty stalling drug, an injection, once a week? It's a once a week injection. I looked it up, sons. It'll stall your puberty completely. Your gonads won't fully develop. So you're good till you make the choice. Should they have?
Colin said they tested puberty blocking drugs on Griffin. They didn't work. No, I think they tested puberty accelerating drugs on Griffin.
They screwed it up.
They did it backwards.
He's got more chest hair than
he's
any
35.
Yeah, so listen, y'all tell me, what are we going to name our new country? When there's no Dr. Seuss, there's no children's books, there's no nursery rhymes, you can block your kids' puberty. You can't go anywhere unless you flash your vaccination card.
It's not going to be United States of America. It's going to be
what are we called?
It's going to be the country place for everybody, peoples. For every peoples.
Yeah, Dr. Muddington, what would S.R. Butler High School have been like if nobody had puberty?
Okay. Y'all were a fucking nightmare.
We were a nightmare. It was
a fucking nightmare.
And it was glorious.
Your goddamn senior video
is rascals.
Everybody's canceled. all of you.
You couldn't do anything. Listen, back when I was in school, guys, girls slapped asses all over the place.
Yes, and we did that, and it was all fun. But like the rape me sign that your friend put on a girl instead of kick me.
That's on the video.
Yeah, that's on video.
You're golden. Yeah, that doesn't fly anymore. It sure doesn't. But let me ask you this, though. So they're talking about this now because old Governor Bitch Tits up in New York, Andrew Cuomo, sons, old Bitch Tits McGee.
He's in the fire now, too.
Got the damn nipple-piercing barbell, sons. He's a world champion.
Bitch Tits tanning bed.
He's being canceled right now.
Oh,
right? He's had 2 assistants come out and talk about his fuckery. Here's what he did, and it makes perfect sense. He disgusts me, and he's disgusted me from day one. He murdered old people. He's a sack of shit. But he was the sweetheart of the Democratic Party for 6 months of the early part of the pandemic. Boy, they've turned their back on him right now, and they're shitting on him. But here's the deal. Chris Cuomo, his brother, old bitch shitty ass bullshitter.
I've had COVID for a year.
Lived in my basement, filmed me coming up. Family hadn't seen me in months. Sure, it's real.
Always sweaty. They whenever
makeup, making him pale.
When he was doing the show from his basement because his family had banished him because he had COVID. He was like he would make himself look sweaty, like, y'all, I can't breathe.
Clammy. He'd make himself look clammy.
Clammy. Perfect.
Absolutely. That's horseshit. So
I guess I'll try some Fireball.
So now Cuomo has come out. He's fucked. But his brother comes out and says, listen, hey, I'm on CNN. Guess what? Can't cover my brother on these shenanigans, all right? I got to recuse myself. But wasn't recusing himself when they loved him. When they loved him, Cuomo was interviewing him. His own brother, they were talking about his mom's spaghetti and are you running for president? And old Bitch Tits McGee was doing his daily PowerPoint damn conferences in New York City and just people loved him.
Yeah, he was the only governor that he was the only governor that CNN was covering his daily conferences.
Oh, yeah,
we have 50 fucking states.
But
you're covering only New York every single day. He was the Emperor Cuomo.
But you can't cover that same brother when it's bad.
No, I only knew when Saturday Night Live did the skit
to Bitch Tits McGee.
Bitch Tits Emperor Cuomo.
So he's being canceled. He's done some real creepy shit too. Listen, and this is where
he's like a Matt Lauer. It sounded like he was like a real creepy Matt Lauer, like commenting on how people looked and like wanting to go out for drinks
and their histories. Ugh. Listen, and that's what Uncle doesn't like. And you can speak to my wife on this. Any men that are in positions of being a boss of any kind, or a woman that's
you can't make one fucking comment.
And when you make that disgusts me. That's not new. I've always thought that's disgusting.
It's always
it makes me vomit. And women have definitely endured that since the test of time.
Yes.
So now we're justifiably, there's some things I think we do that are good. That's horseshit. When a man in a position to fire you asks you how many times you've been butt fucked and you feel like you have to answer, that's horseshit. Complete horseshit. So he's a dirtbag. We all know that. I knew that. You can pretend you didn't know that. He's a dirtbag. But he says today, I'm not resigning. Not resigning. This was a man that was on the projected path to be their next candidate for president. Not going to happen now.
Well,
guess what? Karma, son. Karma. Brother faking his corona entrance. It was the douchiest thing I've ever seen.
I think Chris Cuomo very well probably had COVID. He just was...
He was not down in the basement
He
all
was
day.
Dramatizing the experience 1,000,000%.
For 3 weeks, he told Don Lemon every night, my dreams are so vivid. The fever. Not now. Not ever now during my show, during these 2 hours, but as soon as the show's over, my fever spikes.
I'm completely fine and able to talk for an hour straight without breathing, but...
My fever spikes.
But I am so sick still, and I just want to see my family. Are you fucking kidding me that he's been in his basement for 6 weeks without seeing his family upstairs? Like, give me a goddamn break.
Yeah. Speaking of Butler High School, sons, we got a 25-year reunion coming up for my class. That's how old Uncle Randy is, sons. 25-year reunion.
Well, that means my 25-year anniversary is coming up. I don't have anything to do with my high school, but Graduated from the same high school Kyler Murray did. Heisman.
So just to be clear on my association with making people criminally liable for false cancellation attempts, I've always been this way, son. This isn't new. Don't get it twisted. When it comes to any false accusation, whether it's men or women, whether it's cancellations, rape, I've always said I support, if a woman's been raped, the dude, execute him. If he's guilty, you kill him. Right then and there, boom. No tax dollars to keep him alive, you kill the motherfucker. Guess what? If she lied about it, though, boom, and he gets off free, we put her in front of the firing squad, we kill her fucking ass.
That's why you can't kill them immediately, though, because not everybody.
Hey, you're gonna have to. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, sons.
You're gonna say
we're
that.
gonna have a few miscues,
but
that's gonna happen.
That is
bullshit. You want to put an end to it? That's how you do it. Firing squad, city square. Let Chet be the executioner.
Clearly, we need to move to Singapore.
We already are. China just hacked us. Did you read that today?
Singapore is where you get caned to death for spitting gum on the sidewalk.
That's China, though, right? Singapore? Or is that, where's Singapore?
I don't know.
What country is Singapore?
Singapore is a country.
I thought it was a city in China.
It's a country.
We are garbage.
It's a country.
I thought it was in China.
Like, it's over there, near it.
They're Asian, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look that up.
I think it's by, like, Greece or something.
Here's the deal. China hacked us successfully today. They hacked Microsoft. They hacked the Exchange server for Microsoft. Successfully, by the way. Successfully. So here's the deal.
It's in Asia.
Biden loves the China.
A sovereign island city-state in maritime Southeast Asia.
Okay, so we were both right.
Yep, we were both right. They speak Malay, Tamil, English, and Mandarin Chinese.
Hey, Chet's got a great point, too. Cuomo was so anti-Kavanaugh, they were killing him when he was when they were doing his confirmation hearings. Such a Me Too guy. Find out he's telling bitches working for him,
yeah.
Do you like it doggy, baby?
Because
tell me the first time you got anally fucked. What was that like? Kiss me on the lips. Weird creep.
He's probably friends with Clinton.
Doucher, sons. Doucher.
Muddy said Butler education. I didn't go to Butler. Muddy.
I sure did that. He's absolutely right. I learned absolutely nothing at Butler. I went to college. I didn't even know how to write.
Miss Branham, was that your... How does he fucking remember your... Is that your geography teacher? Jesus Christ, Muddy.
Muddy knows everything.
God.
He forgets nothing.
Is he Rain Man?
He is Rain Man.
Good God.
All right, so I got to go to a couple of these listener questions. I don't remember
any of my teachers' names. You could hold a gun to my head. Ask me one of my teachers' names in high school. Don't know.
I know a bunch of them.
Because you were a fucking suck-up president of your class, kiss ass.
I was the opposite of a suck-up. I was just the world champion. I was the president, but only because nobody... Listen.
I was the exact opposite of you in high school. Recluse.
Oh, I did not see that, though.
Didn't what?
Said that Cuomo cried during his apology. If that's real, Oscar worthy.
Whatever.
Because you cry after
he
the
cried
Oscar.
because he's sad he got caught.
Absolutely. 100%. All right, listener questions. This is fucked up. We got to get to these. This one is real rascally.
It's a 23-hour flight here, by the way, to Singapore.
I fucked up. I told my wife to open up to me about her fantasies, and when she did, I didn't like the results. Now I'm angry and honestly disgusted.
Oh, my.
She wants a threesome without me present. How fucked up is that? Tell me I'm not wrong here, Unc. All right, I'm going to go first because he asked for me.
You can't close Pandora's box.
Yes. I'm going to go first. Don't steal my thunder here. I'm going to tell you flat out, sons. You fucked up. You did fuck up. You have absolutely no right to be angry at her.
Nope.
If you're the one that asked her, hey, baby, let's share our fantasies, and yours is just like to masturbate on the kitchen table, and hers is to be dominated by three guys, not including you, guess what? Too bad, son. You can't be mad.
Nope.
You have no right. Nope. And I hate to steal your thunder. I don't want to break the bro code or whatever. You fucked up. You fucked up. You can't be mad at her. You better tell her you're sorry. You asked for it. When you ask for something and somebody gives you the truth, you don't like it, that's on you.
There's nothing to be sorry for because you asked her. And she was honest with you. So be grateful that she was actually fucking honest with you. And maybe just say, I'll have a hard pass on that.
Yeah, that's a no for me. Just going to put that out there. That's not going to happen.
Me.
It's just fantasies.
If you actually want that to happen, we're going to need a divorce.
Yes.
So
I wouldn't even say that. I think all you have the right to do is say, okay, we're just fantasizing. Let's stop. Let's put this away.
maybe let's watch some porn.
Didn't expect to go that far. I was just hoping you'd let me invite the neighbor Susie into our bedroom. This went way past.
Yeah.
Now you want Billy, Johnny, and not me. Yeah, dude, you fucked up. That's a real easy.
No, you can't get mad at her for that. You can't punish her for that.
No, you can't.
You open Pandora's box. You can't close it again. Try to move on from it.
Learn from it, son.
Learn from it.
Learn from your mistake.
And also, maybe just try and spice things up between the two of you so that she doesn't want to have a fucking threesome with randos without you there, because it is a little bit disturbing, and that would be like,
you asked for it though,
but you asked for it. You can't be mad at her.
You got to stuff that shit way down and never talk about it again. You got to swallow it bury it and just deal with it, son.
And you just got to try and just be the best fucking fuck that she's ever had. But
you'll always know though, son. I gotta fuck with you. I gotta tear your ass up. You're gonna always know she's thinking about Johnny, Bill, and Chet, and not you though. You asked for it. This is your problem. Shouldn't ask that. What an idiot. If you're not ready, don't ask a question to anybody. Learn that.
If you don't want to know the answer, if you don't want to know the real answer, don't ask a question. That seems like a somewhat like regular question that a married couple maybe, but
he just got the smoke and he wasn't ready for it.
She just
not
did
ready
what
for she was asked.
He was not. He truly. It sounds like he doesn't really know his wife. That
I don't know, but she could just be really freaky, and she was like, "Oh, cool! This is my chance to be really honest.
How would he not know
this is
she's
a safe space." I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm picturing him. He's thinking she's going to say like, "Let's watch a porno while you put it in my butt," and she goes straight to, "I want two dudes and not you."
Not
That's
even like,
fault.
not even telling him to be a cuck. Just telling him bye.
Yep,
Don't even be here.
No cucking.
Muddy, your questions are always welcome. He's asking when he gets to ask questions.
We
thrive on your questions, Muddy. You're always welcome.
All right, so here's another question. I admit I've gotten fat. I've asked my husband if we can hold off on sex for 6 months while I try to get in shape.
What?
He did not take this request well. We are both fully dug in. Did I make a blunder?
I don't know what
Love
that has.
the show, by the way.
Okay, I'm confused by the question. Not having sex has nothing to do with getting in shape. In fact, having more sex would probably help you get in shape more.
Here's where I think she's at. She's conscious of her body. She feels like she's gotten chubby.
Okay.
And so she's saying, how about you don't get to see me naked for 6 months and let me get in shape? No sexy time for you. I mean, it's a ridiculous request.
No, I think you're thinking about it the wrong way, sweetie. What you need to do. No. Because that's just going to...
All he wanted was a finger in the butt. That's what the guy didn't want. The previous question. All he wanted was a finger in the butt.
Was that his request?
I bet that's really all he wanted.
That's
what he was hoping she would say is, I just want to ram you one time in the rear end.
Or he was like waiting for her to ask, what's yours? And then she said hers and his life crumbled.
I bet she did do that. I bet she said, no, you first. And he said, no, ladies first. And she dropped the smoke. And then he was sitting there like,
I'm done.
I'm mad.
Yeah. Okay. So no, this question, no. If you're just going to end up pushing your husband away and it's not, no, 6 months, too long. 6 weeks, too long. 6 days, too long.
It's too much.
You can't. You're going to end up.
For one, you can't use sex as that's weaponizing sex again.
You're not. Do that. It's not like that is the way that married couples stay connected and stay united, and it's everything.
Yep.
That keeps a marriage together. Unless there's some kind of like medical thing going on where you can't have sex, and that's a totally different situation.
Or if you're both asexual.
What's
the word when there's no sex?
I don't know what that is. Asexual? I don't know. There's marriages that are asexual?
Yeah. There's couples that are like...
You're both gay and you're beards.
Or they're no sexual. They're just like, we don't have sexual
I don't understand that. Okay. But anyways, sexual, heterosexual, married couple, I understand because that's what we are.
That's true.
And you can't, no. What you need to do is have more sex with him and also bust your ass to, I commend you and working out all the time, being on a health plan to lose weight, get in shape. That's fucking badass. But keep having sex with your husband because you can't neglect that part of your life because he's going to end up.
That's not going to end good.
No, that's not. It's not what you're thinking. You're going to wait 6 months and there's going to be this big reveal and he's going to be like, yes. No, he's going to be fucking pissed and annoyed and start resenting you because he loves you for you.
Listen,
whether you think you're chubby or whatever. Look, I'm 20 pounds heavier than when I met Randall.
Listen, you do that to your husband, he's going to be he's going to be boning the newly divorced lady in the neighborhood 2.5 months.
Or just hate you.
Or that.
He might not do it, but he's just going to end up hating you and then when you're skinny and you're like, ta-da, let's do it. He's going to be like, hate fucking you.
Yeah. That's ugly.
So don't.
I don't like the whole idea.
No.
I think you're going at it the wrong way.
Nope. Just let him enjoy your.
If he still gets a boner for you, stop. I get the self-conscious part, but guess what? He still wants to bang you.
He will. It doesn't matter. He's your husband. He loves you. You got to keep having sex with your husband because that's just going to make everything better. And you naturally getting better in shape. That's just a benefit for you and him, whatever. But yeah, don't use that as a bargaining chip or whatever.
We agree. All right, this last question is for Dr. Muddington. Dr. Muddington, the NFL is starting to get rid of cheerleaders in favor of co-ed dance teams. Isn't this what you wanted all along? That's for Dr. Muddington.
Muddy said he'll be in the last emailer's threesome.
Well, Dr. Muddington has been a long-time promoter of getting rid of cheerleaders. Mm-hmm. He has never liked it. He's felt like it was very discriminating against women, that it
but what about like co-ed
objectified
cheerleaders?
them. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it of any kind. Oh. He always wanted to be a cheerleader in high school. We didn't allow male cheerleaders.
You didn't allow male cheerleaders?
No, not at Butler, sons. Not at Butler.
Fuck
Muddy
Butler.
tried to be a male cheerleader. It failed.
Fuck Butler.
He has been on a life mission to get the NFL to get rid of cheerleaders this whole time. And so now they're starting to. The Redskins have gotten rid of their cheerleaders. Now, the Washington football team.
The football
gotten
team.
rid of their cheerleaders. It is going to be now co-ed dance team. Muddington, are you satisfied?
It's the same thing. If it's a co-ed dance team and they're just not calling them cheerleaders, same thing.
The cheerleaders were all
He said he
women.
tried out for dance team too.
He did. Miserable. Muddington,
Muddy,
not
I
a good dancer.
fucking love you.
Not a good
Look,
dancer.
this is our child. Our child could easily be like, where are the girls at? Oh, it's the cheerleaders.
Listen, I got no problem with it. I got buddies that were cheerleaders in college. Banged all the cheerleaders. Good move. Smart. I think it's damn ridiculous, though, that the NFL is getting rid of cheerleaders under social pressure.
They don't even pay them.
They had already starting allowing men in the NFL. There's male cheerleaders.
But it's a fucking joke. Those poor humans, whether it's women, men, whatever, that are NFL cheerleaders, get paid nothing.
Oh, like $10 a game.
What? Like it was back in the day, it was like $1 a game.
It's strictly to build their social profile and to get a job on a reality show.
It's like a favor. Like, you can try out
TV
and bust your ass and do all this shit and use all your spare weekend time, but we're not going to pay you. Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking joke. And the fact that, and then they're going to like, let these fucking people that want to sacrifice all that time and be on, it's ridiculous.
Listen, it's stupid. All right, that's all there is to it.
Because the people that do it fucking love to do it. Those cheerleaders that are out there, NFL love it. It's the only reason they're doing it.
Stop calling them that. You're going to get canceled for calling them cheerleaders.
There is no gender in cheerleader.
They are now called dance team members.
Dance team member humans.
Dance team humans. The cheerleading
dance team
is
peoples.
Clearly misogynistic, and it is objectifying to women.
Body
only.
moving.
This is crazy.
Gender neutral body moving team.
Yeah. So this is why Uncle Randy feels like he's living in another world because now we're just saying, can't call them cheerleaders, call them dance team
Cheerleader
members.
has no gender. I don't know why.
I know plenty of guys that were cheerleaders.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, one of my good buddies was.
There's no female or male gender in the word cheerleader,
You're
so I don't know
wrong.
why that's a bad word.
You're wrong.
It's talking about leading cheers.
Normally, you would be right,
I don't
but you're
understand.
wrong because we're changing it. So clearly, you are
But
a
it's
male
not.
misogynist.
It's not. There's nothing
I don't
wrong
understand
with
it.
cheerleader. Watch the movie Bring It On. There's plenty of males in Bring It
Muddington
On.
just wanted to be on TRL.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He
I
sure
mean,
did. We
doesn't
all did.
everybody?
Carson Daly, back in the day, TRL was the shit. Kids don't know anymore, sons.
Speaking of TRL, that Framing Britney. God.
Friend Brittany's, dude. Hey,
Team Britney.
boy, does she just straight up get
And talk
mind-fucked.
about, no, but she has been vindicated with that fucking documentary. And talk about like the male misogyny, like the bullshit she had to go through with all the fucking interviews she did where like these creepy old
It
guys
wasn't
would
even
be
the
like,
guys. It was the women. Freaking
Everybody.
Diane Sawyer fucked her in an
Diane
interview.
Sawyer?
Women on women.
Diane Sawyer fucked her right in the ass. And
Told
she
her
was,
that she was a disgrace to young girls.
there was the woman senator wife lady that said that like, if I had the chance, I would shoot Britney Spears is what Diane Sawyer showed her during her interview.
Yeah, that's what
and,
made her do the ugly cry.
and Britney's like,
The meme.
oh God, like poor, and then the German interviewer guy that was like, oh, I hear you get outraged when somebody asks you about whether you've had sex or whatever. And she's like, okay, this is not out, just.
Meanwhile, he's got a huge boner in his
Right,
pants.
right. And she's been trained her whole life to just be polite. Just don't fucking cause a fuss. And like inside she's dying. Like,
Listen, sons,
so embarrassed.
in summation, what we're telling you tonight is if you're not a prepper, you're an idiot. Because shit, this country is going by the wayside, sons. It's ass backwards. There's no Dr. Seuss anymore. There's no Americana. Listen, you can give your kids puberty blocking drugs if you want to, sons. You're doing them. You're just being so progressive if you do that and tolerant. It's the right thing.
If there's no Dr. Seuss and no...
You should block their puberty from happening and see where that goes. If you want somebody fired from their job, sons, just go tell them that they're a racist or that you don't like what they do. It's easy to do, sons. When you don't like somebody, go to their employer.
There's no repercussions for it.
Go to their employer and ruin their lives, sons. Nothing's going to happen to you when you do that. That's just how we operate in America. Listen, China hacking Microsoft today, successfully got into Microsoft Exchange. No big deal. We love China.
Doing what?
Biden loves them some
What'd
China,
they do
sons.
to Microsoft?
They hacked it. So they're
do what?
in. They got all the information off of Microsoft Exchange. Boom. If they hadn't upgraded to the newest version, all the shit was hacked.
I don't understand
Today.
what that means.
So that government has all that info. China, who we should trust with nothing. Guess what? Guess where the virus came from, sons? Don't want to say it. China. China. China.
Well, sir,
sons.
why are you calling it the China virus?
China.
That's where it came from.
So, yeah, y'all can fuck around if you want to, sons.
Oh, my.
That shit scares Uncle Randy. Look, we got a nuke headed this way anyway. World's going to be over. If we're not already dead, we're dying soon. So be prepared for it. Hell, Uncle Randy's prepared to head for the mountains and survive for years.
Super fun good times show.
Yeah, we're just trying to help you out, sons.
We're an hour and 12 minutes, sir.
Yeah, we covered it all, though.
Good.
We did our job. Yep, covered everything. All right, so
Great.
listen, sons. Hopefully you learned something tonight.
I want to go here
You've learned that we are no longer the same
to this
place.
bird sanctuary
It's
that's
a
on the
new
TV.
And by next week, I want to have new ideas from listeners about what we should call the White House, because I don't want to call it the White House anymore. It offends me.
It
I want
offends
something
me.
else.
I'm offended
I want
as a
new
white
name.
person.
I don't like it. It objectifies me as a woman. And I am a woman.
It objectifies me as a
As a man.
person,
You are a man.
non-gender person that has given birth to a child.
Dude, somewhere in the back, Dr. Muddington is loving all this shit. He started all this shit in motion back in 1998, right after we graduated high school. He started all this shit.
Mad scientist.
He's diabolical. It started with Muddington. He cut the finger off. Guess what? He went a little crazy. Started this whole fucking thing.
Where's the tip of that finger? That's where all the sanity lies.
See, supposedly, he did some sort of a seance with it. And the witchcraft, he put a spell on America, sons.
Hocus pocus, bitches.
It's fucking ridiculous, sons. I'm so sick of this shit. Hell, Uncle Randy still loves you, son. Drank on the Fireball, drank on the Pink Whitney, had the beer. Not much beer. Still need to drink more of this, sons.
Oh, my God.
All right, we're going to go watch some TV, sons.
Yes.
Maybe masturbate profusely. Not sure yet. Don't tell my employer. And don't call me racist. That would hurt my feelings. And you should be killed by firing squad.
Oh, my.
All right, hey, go say hello to a neighbor. Bang his wife. Do it for you and for them. It might be part of her fantasy, sons. Ask her first.
Just ask her first.
Is it part of your fantasy for me to bang you without your husband here? Yes, it is. All right.
Let's ask him to leave, and then we'll do it.
All right. Everybody have a good night and fuck yourselves. Suck me off.